Hi, this is Harg. I'm here to help. Today we're back on a legendary game of heroes, and I want to talk a little bit about gems, power gems, gem crush, and more. It's kind of the basic mechanic of the game. And what we're hoping to do here is, I'm back on the little baby account. Um, I bought the first 3 packs of the Slayer event, the Fire Slayer that's going to start here in a couple hours. And what I'm hoping to do is just kind of explain again, this is a very basic. If you have played the game before to any sort of depth, you probably are going to find most of this redundant, but maybe there'll be a little bit of wisdom for you. So, up to you. Um, Basics of this game is that it's a gem match game, right? Not surprisingly, Network also has the rights to produce Tetris around the world for mobile apps and stuff. Super fantastic. Um, what you do is you make a match, right? There's a match. Oh, look at that! It had a cascade. All right, so that was pretty dramatic. The idea, and that first one was a little too dramatic, so we're gonna do it one more time. Um, the idea is you make a match, and that powers up the cards, your heroes, your army, your team, however you want to look at it. Um, and so the gems have to match the heroes that you're using, right? This particular set, it's all fire, so you're using the red gems. There's also pink gems; those will heal you. That was a mechanic that was pretty big deal early in the game. I don't think that comes into play a whole lot right now. Um, so let's just try to do something super simple. So we're just gonna make there's a 3 gem match. So boom, the big guy hit for 10.6 there. Here's Dark Noir, one of the dumbest names I've ever heard of any character ever. Um, Anyone that doesn't know enough French, noir just means black. So anyway, um, so you make a match and you get that power and you hit the bad guys with it. Cool. But if you make multiple matches, right? If you can get a bunch kind of chained together, so that'll be a 4x. I'll get a little bit of a cascade. It became a 6x. So it's going to do. It's not 6 times the damage. There's there's a mechanic there in the math. I think that if you get an 8x, it doubles your power. But in as we will see, it gets dramatically bigger. Cool. So thank you for letting me use your card, random stranger. We're gonna go on to the next battle real quick. It kind of doesn't matter who. We'll just grab any fire stuff just to keep things sane. And then what we're going to look for here is we're going to try to set up some power gems. So power gems are anytime you make a match of 5 gems or more, it leaves a power gem. There's an exception to that, but we'll get to that in just a minute. Um, so in this case, we can go boom, and then it should leave us. There it is. There's a 4 power gem, which will add 4 to your multiplier, um, which is very cool, right? So even if you even if you've got a whole bunch of different colors going, blah, 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 and you can the other thing is you can match power gems to other power gems of any color. It makes it a lot more flexible. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the special power of one of my people here, so you'll just have a couple more power gems to look at. So here we have 2 power gems next to each other. They are not going to be able to make a threesome, right? Probably if I did a complicated set of moves, I could probably pull it off. So nobody call me on that. But just to show that what happens here is you can combine those 2 together, do a few things, and so instead of it being like a 4x, that was a 19x. Now this guy's hitting for 278,000. It's it it's not exponential. It is actually fairly linear, but it's you can get big numbers. keep in mind, at the highest level, the players that are hitting for quadrillions of points are getting well above 200x multipliers. Basically, any during the match, during an event, if I'm hitting for less than 150x, I start to wonder what's wrong with my rotation. So just to kind of keep that in mind. That's not true for every single hit, but it is true. So here's the other thing to keep in mind, though. When you hit with combining the gems, right? Anytime you combine two power gems, every gem of that color automatically gets entered into your attack. So it clears your screen for the most part of that color. So you want to keep that in mind. Don't use it lightly, right? Don't if you're trying to build up to a big hit, don't hit two power gems when you've got no other gems of that color. Do a little extra work to build up the color, more gems of that color. All right, these videos all run super long because I talk so much. I love hearing my own voice, I guess. So what I was hoping for is to, boom, show you what a gem crush looks like. So anytime you fill a column vertically, it will take two of the highest gem you have. It crushes it down vertically. This is a fairly new feature. I think it's happened in the last 8 weeks. It happened just before the 4th anniversary thing, so plenty of time to confuse us old guys that came back to it. So it'll take the two highest gems, crush that whole column down to the center column, and increment by 1. So if you have, I may be off a little bit on this, so if you have two gem 5s, it'll come up and it'll be a gem 6. So gem crush is an interesting thing because some decks get powered up by gem crushing, and in fact this event that is about to start is one of them, that you want to have a gem crush happen, but a lot of the decks you don't want to have a gem crush happen. Because what it does is, if you get too many, if I fill this screen with too many fire gems, and just for giggles, we'll just go ahead and kill this guy, and we'll bring up one more battle just to see if we can demonstrate this for you. Because I think that with two of the one support card there, that we can over crush it pretty hard. So okay, thanks. All I do is my friend. You'll be famous in this video. Congratulations. I made it to 20. I'm a star. Okay. And this is rank 20, so the gems that I'm using are the ones that you get for free for just doing your thing. It's like for leveling up. So it's not it's not hard to get the first 3 packs of an event. I keep saying that. Okay, so here we are. We've got a whole bunch of fire guys. We're gonna start up the very slow motion. Come on, BlueStacks, you got this. I believe in you. I've got 2 of this week's artifacts, so that should fire off and give us a couple gems to begin with. Cool. Life is good. Oop. Op. Sorry. Again, I'm doing this on BlueStacks, so I'm bad. I'm bad with the mouse, as it turns out, on this screen. Who knew? I'm just an old gamer guy. All right. So now that we've got all of our people powered up, I don't even remember what this guy does. Oh, he creates 2 fire gems. Cool. So we're just gonna go through here, and so generally speaking, it will. You want to use your, so like this character creates 5 power gem 3s, and then this character creates 4 power gem 3s. This character does 10 fire gems, kind of period. Typically you want to use the ones that just create regular gems. You use those last or not at all, depending on how you want to manage your gem crush. What'll typically happen is that these people will create the fire gems, but they'll create the power gems, but they'll start by taking a regular fire gem and upgrading it. So if you don't have any regular fire gems, you get a bigger bang for your buck, if that makes sense. I don't know, ask questions in the comments, and I'll go look up the answer if I don't know it. Um, so yeah, so we've used all these. So this board actually ended up being okay. It didn't get overdone. One of the things you'll run into is that they've been very generous with relics for the last little while, and so it's not uncommon to have, like last week I had 7 relics for the event. But you actually don't want that many power gems to be flying around, or you don't want that many gems flying around necessarily, depending on kind of the style of the deck. So you just want to be careful. You want to manage your gem crushes. This is actually a pretty good, pretty well filled out screen, especially for a, a free to play rank 20 character. I think this is gonna be a pretty good hit. And then hopefully this will translate well to, I'll be able to get a couple of hits on during the event. We'll do a couple more videos talking about more kind of beginner stuff for Legendary Game of Heroes. I hope this helped, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.